All right, we are here for the 1 p.m. game. Spurs Pistons. Got moved right there. Spurs Pistons. Pistons have got 5 guys, kind of their core 5 that they've had most weeks, and then the Spurs, I believe, are fully rostered today. So
it's a lot of bodies on that bench.
So they had 9 players today.
Should be.
The Green brothers are back.
Yeah.
Marty Bothwell also back. Dustin Renoir is back. So Trey Johnson waving to the booth.
I know you did.
Should be a good test to see kind of the how high quality of the team, the level of the Spurs can play at this year. So we haven't seen them much this year.
It's a long season. There's a lot of good teams. It'd be safe to say that both teams have performed not at the level we were expecting, but for obvious reasons.
Yes.
They've played shorthanded a lot of time. So, I mean, the Pistons have 5, which is better than they've had 2 weeks. So they've got a team, and we're going to see how they can match up with. In my opinion, this is one of the 4 best teams in the league. This fully rostered Spurs team. Holy, Dennis Coker.
Dennis Coker
inside for 2 to break the ice.
Like a whirling dervish in there, scores for 2.
Now, how about this matchup early on? It is Trey Johnson on Mark Connor, not Dennis Coker. A little bit of length, maybe.
Shal Jacobs gets two shots coming up for him. Yeah, it should be an interesting matchup. So you said Dennis Coker, or Trey's guarding Mark Connor?
Trey has matched up with Mark to start the game, at least.
Yeah, and that's just kind of the versatility of Trey Johnson. I mean, he can guard bigs, he can guard your post and down low, but he can also guard the wings who can play make from the perimeter too.
Yes.
So he's just a very, very versatile defender.
It's gonna be interesting to see. So, how do the Pistons defend the Spurs? Good rebound by Anderson.
What a board.
And
They're gonna be very, very interesting to see how they defend the Spurs. It's Mark on Trey, so it's AP on Koger, which is a tough assignment.
I mean, no disrespect to AP, but Dennis is one of the premier players in the league, and he's gonna. I had my fair share of guarding him last year, and he took on the challenge and scored buckets on me. So I've been there, AP. It's not easy.
That is a tough assignment, shooting threes over Trey Johnson, the league's best shot blocker, I might say.
And one.
Davis.
So far,
one at the line.
Very clean offensive start for the Spurs. Kind of what we assumed going into today's game.
It'll be his first, team first.
One shot coming for Davis.
If you're just joining us, Nets took down the Celtics 51-37. Celtics just really continuing to struggle offensively. And we're going to have to go back to the drawing board. It doesn't get any easier with the Suns next week.
No, it does not. The back door, not there. Pistons are going to have to play at a slower pace today. With the shot clock, it doesn't make things easier for them, but the Spurs can run with the best of them, especially when they have their full guys with Chris, Ben, KT Bobo. They're going to run and look to run all game, as that's a good
what a tough bucket there.
But
the jump shot
Pistons
inside.
got to play a little slower game to compete. Davis misses the 3.
Tough bounce. I have really enjoyed watching Mark Connor play. Really nice shot. Tough to guard with how high he's able to release the ball from. And he's been here every week. Him and AP have been very consistent for this team. And
good hands by Bobo, and they're off.
Early first-team All-League vote from me.
Oh, what a pass!
So far, that's a great pass.
Great finish by KT Bobo with a pass from
Exceptional pass, and that was an ill-advised pass.
And here he goes. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
probably got fouled.
Say one thing you can't do is give them free points. Is they thought they gave them 3 points there, but
the easy 2 on the break.
Kind of a lucky turn of events for the Pistons on that no call. Get a bucket of their own. Bobo stops and pops in the mid-range. That's off. Dennis just floats.
He literally has a jetpack on. I'm convinced of it.
Crossover. And the Pistons are competing early here, John.
They are. The biggest thing with Bobo has been it's not fair to.
We're going to get a 10-second call, John. 10-second call. 10 seconds.
Should have. Wow, that was close.
Wow.
My only question is maybe did the shot clock start before the inbound?
It may have.
By a second, perhaps.
No, it wasn't. There was no inbound. It was a missed shot.
Oh, you're right.
As soon as the Pistons get possession, it should start. The shot clock was set 19, so it was 11 seconds. Pistons got a break there.
Well, they ended up throwing it away anyway, but may have gotten away with one.
Your classic ball don't lie situation. You can't leave Chris.
Well, that is a nice pass.
Overpassing there. Davis up to Chris. Chris drives, kicks. Good ball movement here. Oh,
Nice pass to Koger.
Possession and
Oh.
wow. Maybe maybe not the perfect start the Spurs were looking for as Connor.
And Mark Connor gets him off his feet as he gets to his side.
Yeah, good play.
This is a fun, fast-paced start here.
This
What a
range
block from
block.
Connor.
With the block.
Connor's kind of brought a different edge to his game today as Green for 3. It's a little bit off. Dennis kind of slowing it down a little bit. Chris wants it. Floater with the left hand is good. Chris Green is back. We're glad to see him back. One of the premier scorers in the league. So the Spurs are definitely happy to have him back, and his brother Ben. Score is 10-9.
It's an interesting idea, putting Johnson on Connor. That is some length he probably hasn't seen yet. What a pass.
And
Koger
great
for
ball
2.
movement from the Spurs. Dennis Koger
Spurs
finishes
extend it
inside.
to 3, so the score is 12-9. Spurs are up. Pistons still hanging around though. I mean, this is the best I've seen them play. From a first half standpoint, typically they get down pretty big.
That's been their Achilles heel, is just getting off to such poor starts that they can't recover.
And yeah, hard foul there by AP.
Good for a couple of those
Yeah,
again.
he's a smart player. There's no ill intent there. It's just he wants to make a career from the free throw line, and Davis is a capable free throw shooter. So we'll see if he knocks these two down.
If you don't know AP or his history, he's got one of the best basketball IQs out here of anybody. I mean that. Played at a very, very high level. I'll tell you what, I've never had the Achilles go on me. I hope I never do, but I don't know that there's a tougher injury to recover from, especially as a basketball player. And he's one of a few guys that have had to deal with that, and it's very hard to get back to the person you were before it.
And a great foul by AP as Davis misses both. So again, that strategy can pay off sometimes.
And
But the three is good by Anderson.
Sort of acts as a breather as well when you only have 5 guys.
Okay, so the score is tied now. So yeah, we've had some scoreboard issues up there. Now it's 11-11. They had 12 for the Spurs. And they lost
great
the
shot from
point.
Dennis Koger as he answers back.
Dennis nails the 3. So I think the scoreboard is right. 14-11. Spurs lead by 3. Connor. This is a great start for the Pistons though, to just hang within striking distance, because this man can get you buckets all game long. As Spurs looking to push, here comes Trey Johnson, another great pass.
Wow,
That short
wow,
quarter
wow.
has
And
been
Dennis Koger
amazing
finishes
for
out
them
for 2.
so far. Dennis Koger, Octavius Davis loves the short corner. You get to the middle of the paint, John, and you find someone in that spot. It's really, really hard to stop, especially someone like Dennis or Trey.
That is a big man getting downhill.
Oh, no shot. Well, maybe they got him on the shot, but called it on the ground. I think they're going to have to rely on Mark Connor a lot today offensively. Who's going to be their second option?
Hopefully
Poole's
Mr. Donald Poole here.
capable shooter. He had a couple good games. There's AP battling for the board as it's Davis. Oh,
That's a nice toe
tap.
tapping from Koger. Ooh, good pass to Chris Green.
4-on-1 break.
Oh my goodness.
And Dennis Koger.
Is that man wearing a jetpack, I must ask? Boy, oh boy.
18-11. Game still within distance here for the Pistons, but great run the last couple minutes for the Spurs. We'll be right back in the next minute.
And shout out to our sponsors for the game. For the Spurs, we have memorable apparel. Placing your memories onto your apparel. Look for at memorable apparel on social media.
I can do this with my eyes closed.
And for the Pistons, we have First Empire Realty. If you're looking for a change of scenery, First Empire will get you where you need to be. FirstEmpireRealty.com for more information.
How about
Dude, there it is.
Phil Dolphins?
The Colts. That's so funny.
All right, we are back after the timeout. Donnie Poole takes it up. This man, Mark Connor's going to have to get going. Good steal by AP. Some subs coming in for the Spurs as Mark Connor scores amongst the trees, and he gives it right to Connor on the inbounds. Trey Johnson. What on earth? I mean,
we call that a brain fart.
Yeah, I'd say he just gives it right to Mark Connor. 2 easy points.
Oh my goodness.
And
I mean, Spurs are going to score.
If I'm a statistician, I'm giving Johnson an assist on that. Gave it right to him.
You just can't give a team like this life, especially when they're low on numbers.
Yeah.
Struggle to score. You give a guy like Mark Connor some opportunities to score.
Wow, what a pass.
Chris Green, the floater.
Let's go to Chris Green. He returns the favor.
How about this lineup? So Bobo and Ak check out. You get
lineup.
Ben Green and Dustin. This is, I would say, their most experienced group of 5. But the thing that the Spurs can do is they throw a lot of bodies at you. They're going to stay fresh. That's probably going to be dooming for the Pistons down the stretch. Oh, what a block!
AP with a great pass. And another foul. AP's making him count, but you got to be careful as you only have.
He's on pace for 8 this game, so.
Got to start slowing that pace down as he has no subs.
About when the lungs really start to burn when you're playing with 5 halfway through here.
Chris Green, that looks right off the hands. Ben Green there, Mr. Johnny on the spot.
Chris always takes unless he's playing you guys, he always takes just a little bit to get going, and once he finds his rhythm, he's one of the best shooters out here. Having not played here in about a month, I think we maybe could have expected that.
Jacobs, big
what
man inside. I mean, that's just a post on a guard right there. No surprise with the result there. This man can shoot with anybody here. Is Dustin Renawaz. Drives, floats. A lot of floaters today for the Spurs. Is going to be over the back on Trey. Probably the right call.
And we have an over and back call for number 0, Trey Johnson.
So
his first foul, team's 3rd.
They leave Connor again. I don't know if he got fouled or he just threw it up there, but misses the shot. Renawaz for 3, nails it.
If
they're starting to heat up a
Mr.
little
Renawaz can knock down some threes, they are dangerous because he's often forgotten about with the type of lineup the Spurs can throw at you. A lot of times he is left very open, and he is very dangerous.
Quick shot there, and probably not the shot the Pistons needed, especially during this run, is Chris Green. And just like that, 13-point lead. I mean, they're hitting all cylinders right now. This is a dangerous team that we're seeing here. Apologize for the blurriness here.
Nice move from Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson continues to be hot. Pistons side.
Lost focus here for a minute. There we go.
Sorry about that.
What a blow by from Chris Green.
Chris Green may have gotten hit. Trey Johnson's there, and you can hear AP yell slow. He wants to slow it down. No numbers, and
this is a gritty group of 5 the Pistons have. It's always, I don't know Shal, I haven't seen him play before this league, but it's interesting for me to see him play as much on the perimeter as he does.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you saw him.
You saw that 2 possessions ago, exactly.
Just
what he can do on the inside.
Guard.
And Anthony Anderson gets another basket inside.
I don't think Dennis Koger's guarding him right now, so he'll have a guard on him.
It's been Chris most of the game.
Yeah, so I mean, they probably should take advantage of that. And that's a mismatch right there as Chris Green just blows past.
He's still finding it. He will find it.
It's off his knee. Yep, good call by our refs.
Koger loses it.
And for how good the Spurs have played this half, the Pistons are only down 9.
Yeah, the Pistons have gotten the majority of the shots that they've wanted to get, I would say.
And, Mark Connor's been not quiet, but he hasn't hit as many jump shots. I mean, when he gets going from 3, AP dazzles the paint. Mark Connor's going for the rebound, but he scores.
That's good defense and even better offense. This is an encouraging half from the Pistons, who I feel for them. Playing with 5 guys against the defending champions as Green is off. What a rebound from Koger!
Koger gets the rebound and put back and 1.
That's a tough momentum killer.
I don't know if it's jetpacks or pogo sticks for John, but this man can jump with
Could it be pogo sticks with jetpacks on them?
Pogo jetpacks.
It's a new invention here at K1 that Koger's featuring.
He's a very bouncy rebounder, as you're seeing today.
I love LeBron Martin describes as bouncy.
And he He misses the free throw. A lot of missed free throws for the Spurs today. This lead definitely could be a little bigger, but kind of bailing them out. AP directing traffic like a conductor out here.
And we are going to see the shot clock do its thing here. Mr.
AP,
Porsche.
is he hot? He is not. Oh, Dennis, the hesitation. See if Ben Green can light it up. It was a little long.
Pistons are doing some things well.
A little too much ISO ball. I mean, just a lot of possessions have been a lot of just one-on-one, a lot of...
Yeah.
Whoever has
Mark
the ball.
asking for it.
Yeah, he wants it.
I love this matchup. Mark and
Yeah.
Mr. Johnson. That is your reigning defensive player of the year. Oh my goodness gracious.
Unarguably, the league's leading scorer, potentially. Koger can answer. No. And the Pistons
Good try down there
are
from Chris.
hanging tough right now, down 7. I think, I know we're in week 6, but it almost seems like the Spurs team is still trying to figure out chemistry because they've had so many guys miss, They've really only had one game where most of their guys or all their guys have been there. That wasn't a 4-on-4 game against the Bulls week 1. So I think they're trying to figure out their
It was
legs.
just that Rockets game, where they had everybody.
And Chris Green
Chris
with a
Green,
great
great
move
floater.
inside for 2.
So defensively, offensively, they're just trying to figure themselves out. I mean, they're by far the top 2 or 3 most talented teams in the league, but again, as you see with the Nets week in, week out, chemistry matters in this league.
Yeah, and what you're going to see with the Spurs moving forward, the Spurs still have the Lakers on their schedule, the Suns on their schedule, the Nets on their schedule, and next week the Grizzlies on their schedule. Every single team ahead of the Spurs, outside of the Rockets, who they've already beaten, the Spurs still have left to play. They have absolutely everything in front of them. 2 weeks from now, so they play the Grizzlies 4-1 next week, and they play the Suns the week after that. So what an important game this is for the Spurs to get their legs under them. Nice pass.
Chris, may have overpassed. I think Dennis he may have 20 of their 36 right now. Wanted to maybe get some other guys involved, but two shots coming for Trey Johnson, one of the many Johnsons in the league. Great last name, might I add.
One of the better ones.
Another missed free throw for the Spurs. I think they missed. It's at least 4. Is Marty Bothwell?
There he is,
in.
Mr. Bothwell.
The Energizer defensive juggernaut, some may call him, as he's in there to rebound, to defend, be a great, savvy veteran. He knows the game better than any in this league. So, again, just speaks to the depth of the Spurs, as this is still a really good group in right now, even though you lose Chris Green. Mark Connor floats it. It's in and out. He's been had some few tough misses recently since that fadeaway, as Dustin Renowans for 3.
And Dustin Renowans
lights it up
from downtown as he hits the 3.
When his feet are set. I mean, he's again one of the more lethal shooters this league will see. AP,
What a move by AP.
He's had some really good looks today. Like, he's still showing he's got it, no doubt.
Oh, man.
Another 3.
It's the soft roll inside as he hits another 3.
Dustin Renowans now knocked down 3 consecutive shots from the perimeter. He is absolutely on fire.
Hey, what's going on with your concession stand, man? My money ain't good for y'all?
That'll be a foul on number 40, Marty Bothwell. That'll be his first foul, team 50.
It's amazing.
That's awesome. I'm keeping it.
No, I got 4 or 5 more.
Shot short. Marty Bothwell kicks it over. Another one. Could he go 4 for 4? He can!
And
What a shot from Dustin
from
Renowans.
downtown.
And this is turning into a runaway train here
21-point
for the
game.
Spurs, who
It
have everybody back and they're clicking on all cylinders offensively.
It's a 12-0 run. It was just a 7-point game not too long ago. I guess it's 14-0 run.
Mark gets the ball again. Mark, one of the best scorers in the league this year, and my oh my, is he skilled offensively.
Big
And
bucket
Mark Connor gets the turnaround layup to go.
But yeah, it was just 25 to 32. Like, that shot's blocked, and not the way the Spurs maybe wanted to end the half here. There's two easy ones there.
He's got to have 15 points, doesn't he?
He definitely has half their points, if not more.
Boy, he plays hard. He plays obviously the whole game because, well, you have no choice.
Pistons could use another stop here, get this thing, continue to chip away before the half, as that is.
Ooh, we got bailed out.
Maybe a bailout foul there. I don't know if Dennis really knew where he was going on that one.
That'll be a foul on number 30, Shalimar Jacobs. That'll be his second, team sixth.
Dennis makes the first. What's that back? AP turns it over. Last possession should be the last shot here for the Spurs.
Bucks and the Warriors coming up at 2 o'clock, Caleb. Your Bucks looking to get back in the win column. Could be a really fun matchup.
Running
You got
floater nails it.
Billy Baptist and Tyree Mosley. You got Alex Malinich and Latrell Tidwell. Should be a fun one.
Should be a great game.
Again, both
Looking forward to seeing. Get in there. Looking forward to seeing Billy Baptist get back to his old ways.
For 50 to 29.
as we're joined by Billy up here.
Billy is in the
See you
booth right
guys
now.
shortly.
We are back. Second half of basketball. Spurs, Pistons. Spurs lead big as Chris Green misses the three. Spurs lead by 21. It was pretty close most of the first half, and then Pistons kind of faded a little bit, and the Spurs definitely took over the last couple minutes. Dustin Renowaz really helped extend the lead off the bench. He was huge that first half. Hit 4 threes off the bench. Question now is, will we see Coach Matt Cunningham in the game? I need to see him in the game. I want to see him out there. Oh, what a
Trey
lob!
Johnson catches it and finishes off.
Chris
the
Green
block.
throws it to his buddy, Trey Johnson. He throws in the alley-oop. AP answers
And
right
Anthony
back.
Anderson shoots a three to beat up one.
Big shot there. Davies Davis, huge. Oh, what a pass. Oh, Trey Johnson misses a couple bunnies. Oh, man. Refs didn't call that one. I think that's probably for the good. The best there is he definitely just missed 2 layups. And Mark Connor gets the 2.
And Mark Connor gets it inside for 2.
Comes Dennis Koger. And it's tipped out of bounds. Should stay with the Spurs. Good pass. Octavius Davis misses the layup. A lot of missed layups right now. Hit off Davis, and it's going to be Pistons ball. Kind of a slow start to the second half for the Spurs. Some turnovers, some easy layups they've missed. Don't want to give the Pistons any life here, down 18. Mark Connor attacks, Euro steps, misses it. It's a big miss there. This could lead to points for the Spurs, and Dennis Koger, it does.
And Dennis Koger, 3 from deep.
Big shot from Dennis. He's kind of willing them right now. Starting group has honestly struggled a little bit today. As when these guys have been in together, the Pistons have kind of hung close. It wasn't really until Dustin, Ben, and Marty kind of checked in. Got some different rotations in, and Marty played some good defense. Dustin had 12 points off the bench. So the lead kind of extended once the bench came in. And Missed layup there. Been saying that a lot this game. A lot of missed layups. Ooh, Dennis
Coker slashes inside for 2.
My goodness. I love watching Dennis play. He's just, I gotta be unbiased, but he is so fun to watch. As here he comes again. Let's see what he does this time. Pull up 3. It's good. Dennis Coker. It's like he's hearing me talk up here. I'm over here juicing him up, giving him some nice energy, some nice juice, and he gets hitting the balls right there. May have gotten an elbow, but he's been playing so well this game. May have gotten hit below the belt. Dennis Coger is down. Not sure what's going on down there. Dennis is out. He is out and he is running on the stage. I don't know where he ended up going, but he is. Yeah, it's a great way to put it. Dennis is just being Dennis out there. Mark Connor, tough shot. What a big shot. Inside. The lead is now 14. No, that's not right. The lead's 24. Lead is not 14. It is 24.
And that'll be a traveling violation. Pistons ball.
Dennis has come back from the curtains there, as you can see him on the screen. Mark Connor, pull up 3 is good.
And Mark Connor finds his play.
Mark Connor stays hot. See who scores for the Spurs with Dennis out. He's been their hot hand today as Davis. That 3 is well off the mark. Here come the Pistons, and Mark Connor almost dunks it in.
And Mark Connor
ends up laying it in, but wow, a quick run as soon as Dennis leaves the game. Behind the back, brother to brother, it's good.
And
what a pass.
The green connection
by Chris Green.
Inside for 2.
Mark Connor, can he keep it going? He can! Holy cow, Mark Connor is on fire. Chris Green, will he answer? That's short. But speaking about pogo sticks, that's a human pogo stick, and Trey Johnson right there. Looks like it's going to be a foul on Trey Johnson, and a timeout is called. So stay with us here as we will be back in about a minute.
Team second. And it'll be a timeout for the Spurs.
Keep your head up, I want you to do it.
Mark's playing really well.
I know. Well, it's been a weird game. A lot of ebbs and flows here. Oh, gosh. How good are the Bills?
Really good. Did you pick the Raiders or the Titans?
I think I picked the Titans. Alvin and the Chipmunks. This is probably a fumble.
Dude, the Black Pants.
That's so sick. Let me see, John. All right, we're back. Pistons on a little bit of a run here.
Mark Connor on a bit of a run.
we can just call it the Mark Connor run. As soon as Dennis Coker left the game with that apparent below the belt injury, Mark Connor got hot, and Dennis Coker immediately wants to challenge him guarding him. That looks well off.
Well guarded.
Octavius Davis, what an athlete in transition.
Davis for 2 inside.
The Pistons' problem with these guys isn't the fact that they can't score; it's the fact that they just have a hard time getting stops.
They have a 50. It was kind of a quiet 50 from the Spurs. You look up and all of a sudden they have 50 points. Like they just sometimes get in these runs where they score so effortlessly.
And it's just a lot of it's just this. It's just lack of getting back. And what a finish! Octavius Davis.
And one.
Fantastic shot.
Foul will be on number 5, Donnie Poole.
Dennis Koger liked that one.
That'll be his second foul.
Yeah, it's just a lack of defense, lack of consistency of getting stops. It's hard to win when giving up 50 points each half. Octavius Davis makes the free throw. He was 0 for 2 in the first half. EP lets it fly. It's a quick shot. And again, lack of getting back here is Chris Green hits a three.
That corner shot knocks it down.
You see a lot of walking back on defense. I mean, the Pistons are tired right now. They're, they've played the whole game, but definitely.
And Anthony Anderson.
It's a big shot. He needed that one.
He knocks another deep three down.
Trying to keep the lead where it's at.
It's one of those shots that you hope it goes in because it's definitely a quick one. That short corner, man, I'm telling you, Octavius Davis loves that short corner area. It's a
Putting
really
him
good
in
cutter.
a position to succeed if he catches the ball there.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of that weird mix of like, is he a guard, is he a forward? Not really a true post, but putting him in the short corner there as a cutter, that's where he thrives. That's where he's at his best.
What a move by AP.
And Anthony Poole.
Great job by Coach Matt Cunningham finding him and putting him in the right spot. That three is off. Speaking of Coach Matt Cunningham, I don't see Coach Matt Cunningham.
He is attending to his toddler at the moment. I saw him walk off with him.
Happens to the best of us. Mark Connors, I think that was the foul. I mean, you rarely see a guy like that show frustration. So when he does, it might be warranted. Now he's talking. You can see he's frustrated. Scores table should never be talking to players out there. Not sure who said anything to him, but shouldn't be having that. Just for some frustration. Probably more frustrated at maybe the score and just some of these no calls that have been being passed up on. And then Chris Green gets a wide open shot, just something you can't have out of the baseline out of bounds.
Chris Green knocks it down.
Good call.
Donnie Poole, he's had a quiet game.
AP is chatting with the scorers table, and Anderson on his own is gonna potentially get 2 more points out of this.
They're playing 4-on-5 on offense down there. They're kind of used to that. They've had some experience playing 4-on-5 but AP just chatting to our scores table about something.
That'll be his second, team third.
Anderson misses the free throw. Misses them both. Koger, that's off. He had that really hot stretch where he scored like 10 straight points, but a little quiet since then. Is Connor open, attacks the closeout, jump stop off 2 and 1.
And Mark Connor finishes inside and gets the
Tough
foul.
stretch for Ben Green there, picking up a couple fouls.
I think was that his third now, or?
Yep.
Foul on number 10, Ben Green.
That's 4 according to
fourth
the
foul.
scoreboard.
Team fifth.
Very tough stretch for Ben.
Yeah, he comes out, and in comes Coach Matt Cunningham. Daddy duties literally 5 minutes ago, and now he's on the court trying to help his team win a big game here. So, love to see the dedication from Mark Connor.
Oh my gosh.
From Matt Cunningham as Mark Connor hits the free throw. Assistant coach Trey Johnson out there on baby duty is immediately off the bench. Oh, kicks it over. Dennis effortlessly floats. Somehow misses it though.
Board from Ock, but he can't get it to go.
Pistons ball. So that was effortless. Another take, probably
And
another
Mark
foul.
This is time for 2.
Ref is-
Mark is. I think the frustration of the first kind of 6 weeks, the culmination of everything is boiling over for Mark, having to play with 5 guys yet again.
Oh my
Oh my goodness!
Dennis Koger, you are absolutely kidding me. We have some replays in the booth up here. I mean,
That'll be a foul on number 13.
John, was that better than CJ Link's dunk a couple weeks ago?
That'll be his second foul.
It's
was
in the same
sensational.
discussion. I'm going to need to see it again. It is in the same discussion.
Dunked out all over AP. We apologize for.
Well, I think he got a little bit of his own teammate Ock too.
But Dennis Koger, I mean,
He's feeling better after his little break.
And here he comes. You can see he's got a little bit of pep in his step right now. Never a good sign. Almost a carry as he just gets mauled there. 2 shots, but woo!
That'll be a foul on number 4, Anthony Anderson. That'll be his second foul, team third.
That couldn't have been me. He wouldn't have been shooting free throws right now. I would have been touching.
79-57 Spurs, scoring pretty much at will right now. As Koger knocks down another one, it is 80-57. It's been some really, really impressive offense in this one. As Donnie Poole, in and out, every bit of in before it came out, and then Anthony Anderson cleans it up. 80-59.
Almost overpassing there.
I would say definitely. Mark's going to have 40 points this game if he continues his pace.
And Mark Connor with another basket inside.
With the tough assignment Tone Marshall has today, I think Mark's probably the favorite to leave today as the scoring leader, averaging 25 through 5 games.
Oh, that's a technical foul. Yep.
And that'll be a technical foul.
I think he knew it immediately, KT, and it wasn't anything malicious, KT. We know your intent on that. You just you slipped, kind of got scared a little bit.
Next time, wait a second longer and let your team get a layup so you can get the assist as well.
But 2 shots coming from Mark Connors. There's no one else who's taking these free throws.
And the Pistons will welcome the breather.
Probably the most lighthearted technical foul we'll see in the league. It's just we all knew the intent there.
See a couple of your Bucks lurking over there.
Big one.
Back to back. I think emotions are going to be flying high in both those games. You know how the Suns and Bulls play, both in that 3 o'clock game. These guys play with passion, with energy. I mean, it's they'll let you know if they don't feel like you're running things the right way. How about Dennis the Menace? As Jerry J sends us a text message.
Dennis the Menace he has been a menace today, but Mark Connor has also been a menace. He probably has 40 of the 63 right now for the Pistons. A pass.
Somebody's open.
Cunningham.
Actually, 3 guys are open on the perimeter.
Dustin right along, keep it going. He can.
Down from deep.
His 5th 3 of the game, I believe. He's like 5 for 8 now.
Make sure you get your 50-50 tickets. $1 per ticket, $5 for 6 tickets, $10 for 15 tickets, or come pick me for 20. Also, make sure you come over to our home team bench. We have our K1 sportswear. Get your K1 sportswear.
Billy running some raffles over in the corner at the timeout. The Spurs, I believe, on the timeout.
are back here. Justin Runner-Watts playing point. Oh, missed him on the cut there. And Dennis Koger.
Everything to fall is that 3 hits everything.
Again,
I mean, you look at the Spurs bench; they do not look worried about their 3-2 start. Nice block from Reynolds.
Nor should they. But
Nor should they. That's right.
yeah, they're going to be cruising to a 4-2 start right now.
And they were ahead at the half in both games that they lost. There's no way, from their perspective, they should have lost that game to the Heat. A 19-point lead. The Heat had a phenomenal second half to come back. And then the Warriors game was arguably the worst half of basketball I've ever seen from the Spurs in 4 seasons. So
the funny thing is that both their losses came against teams, lower in the standings. So like you said earlier, all of their games left are against teams ahead of them. So if they just keep picking off teams one by one,
right.
They'll start catching them. And I think right now they're probably in third or fourth right now, but 3 weeks from now they're probably going to be in first or second. So
quick first step, it's all the way to the basket.
I don't want to take anything away from Walt Hudson's Grizzlies in the start they've had, but it just feels like they're going to struggle to match up with the Spurs. And then that October 9th game against the Suns, I mean, that's a rematch of your championship game from a year ago. Yes. And what I think matters the most with seeding for those two teams is, oh my goodness gracious!
Off the pass from Dustin Renowatz off the glass.
Goodness gracious! I didn't even see that. It's on the screen.
Do you think they missed Dustin?
Goodness gracious.
And that is why you don't take a break on the camera, because you might catch something like that.
Another one is Tavius Davis.
And
just a lob fest right now.
So the Pistons will be 1-5 after today. They will take on what I think is an intriguing game next week. They'll take on the Heat at 5 o'clock.
Who will?
The Pistons.
Okay.
Pistons are going to need more than 5 guys to knock off the Heat. Oh my goodness.
And Dustin Renowatz cannot miss from downtown.
Huge game.
Goodness.
Dustin Renowatz.
That's at least 5 threes that I can remember.
I think it's 6. I think he had 4 in the
And
first.
Mark Connor with the easy
He's had 2 so far this half. So I don't know if he's done yet because still some time left. Yep, give Mark Connor those 2.
And Mark Connor scores again on the break.
The age-old debate that we've had for seasons is, can you win a Player of the Week award without winning the game? If it's close, you want to give it to the team who.
Oh, they were.
Mark Connor.
They were very kind to KT Bobo there. He could have been ejected from the ball game there. Oh, and he calls the game.
Fascinating.
2 minutes to go.
As Marty was getting ready to check in.
Yeah.
All right, and that'll be the ball game, fellas and ladies.
Pistons fall 95 to 71.